4 years have passed since the mortal races banded together and stood united against the might of the Burning Legion. Though Azeroth was saved, the tenuous pact between the Horde and the Alliance has all but evaporated. The drums of war thunder once again.
Hello! That was a bit of a new intro, wasn't it? What's it all about? Well, it's all about this guy right now. I'm going back to playing World of Warcraft retail. I've actually subscribed. I've been playing for just shy of a month. I've been playing Classic because the modern game seems really weird and strange and easy and childish and odd and strange to me. We shall visit all of it, I'm sure. But who's this? This, if you don't know, is my first ever level 60. This is Xelous the Warrior on Thunderhorn EU. He is level 60. He never got any further than that. I did not change anything about him. If I just move this up, you'll see. I find this interface really strange to work with. I'm like, where is all me stuff? I'm very old and set in my ways. I have checked him out once before when I made the video and collected his mail, and I didn't expect him to have any mail, but in it there were these 2 axes, Great Fury axes. I need to move myself again. There we go, Great Fury axes. But what we're going to do is just have a look at the bags. What have I got on this character? What's his gear? What's he doing? He's not moving. He's not changing from this place. I don't even know how to check for friends or anything like that. Guild. No, my guild. I'm not even the guild master of my own guild anymore. My friend Chaplin took that over, but he's not been on here. So one of his characters hasn't been on in 11 years. It kind of tells you how long this whole thing has been inactive. But there you go. So can I see any friends at all? Social. There is no social anymore. So my friends list that I had on this server is gone. I also noticed that the money is gone, so I don't know where it went. I must have given it to another character. But let's just have a look what we've got on him. Now, he was Arms Fury spec'd at one point, so he was Arms all the way through leveling. I tanked as Arms, strangely enough. I thought I was quite a good tank. Never really thought about defensive stance. Didn't do it. It didn't ever raid on this character. Oh, just walk through me, Mr. Dwarf. So it's kind of just what was going off at the time, and I'm hoping that the in-game music's not too loud. Let me turn that down a bit. So there we go. So what gear have we got? Let's have a look. Let's go from feet up. So we've got Knight Lieutenant's plate pants, and then I've got the Angrosh leggings of the Quick Blade, Highlander's plate girdle, Knight Lieutenant's plate gauntlets, braces of heroism, a stylish blue shirt, because you can see the blue motif. Let's face it, blue was my thing. This is the guild tabard that I've talked about before, that I came up with. I really like this. It was a bit richer in the day. I'll be honest, because this obviously is the revamped engine. It was a bit rich, a bit darker here. There was no whiteness to it. So this Arx is the name of the guild. Arx being Latin for fortress or castle. Knight Captain's Plate chest guard, Pale Moon Cloak, Imbued Plate Pauldrons, which I've clearly gone for the blue look. Master Sergeant's Insignia and Bloodscale Helm of Firefish, which just looks ridiculous. So yeah. Let's have a look what we got in the bags. In the bags, I've got Sergeant Major's Plate Wrist Guards and the Braces of Valor. I've got the Ancient Bone Bow, which has been de-equipped. There's no ranged on a warrior anymore. Okay. Demon Shear two-hander. So I have the Demon Shear two-hander, which I think looks awesome. I love Demon Shear. I think it looks brilliant. I've got a +6 weapon enchant on that. The two weapons I had originally on the character were the Assassination Blade and Mirror's Song, which I had main hand, off hand, and I can't have them anymore. So that's a bit of a shame. That's just wiped the agility off that character. 9 agility when I look in my bag. Look, +9 agility. Put it in my hand, no agility. So that's a kind of weird state of affairs. I don't think I've even got a shield. I had the Carapace crossbow. Again, I had this for stamina or whatever, haste and versatility. So that would have been, you know, in my offhand. The Gordok Shackle Key. I don't remember, where are my keys actually? I had nearly every key. Are they in collections? Oh, Squeakers the Trickster. Well, this character never ever got that. That must have been. That's from a different character. A different character on a different realm. So it's a count link clearly. The Obsidian Knight. Ditto this. I've never seen this. Recruit a friend. I've never recruited a friend. This must have come because Chaplin recruited me back. I'm not sure. That is the. Well, that is a mount from this server at least. That's the mount of Isla May, my first hunter. That's the current mount that this character has, and that's the second mount of my hunter, Isla May. Total mount, I don't know quite why that's looking the way it does. Pets, never had a pet, don't know what this is about. Obsidian Whelp, I mean, this is just, I don't know what this is. No idea, so I'm not interested. Don't have anything in my toy box, don't have anything in my heirlooms. Yeah. Right click favourite and appearance and click review on character. Yeah, I'm not interested in any of that really. Let's just go to the bank. So I can see how bouncy the character is. That's my immediate takeaway after playing classic and vanilla servers elsewhere. How bouncy it is. Sort of like being on the moon. We've got here in the rest of the bag. So I've got the Argent Dawn Commission, Jagged Arrows, which are grey, they're not needed anymore. Doom Shot, which is grey, not needed anymore. So these were dropped arrows, and I used obviously the crossbow for pulling things. Special duty assignments, don't care about that. I have some high explosive bomb, some preserved holly. Your mount will be festive. I've got 5 charges of that left. No idea how much that might be used by people nowadays. Easy throw dynamite, Halloween wand, ninja and ghost, small flame sack, the nifty stopwatch to run quicker. So the ancient bow. Oh, there's the rune shield I had. That was the tanking shield I carried for those times I actually went to a. I'm a bit perturbed by those numbers there. 89 armor. Why is armor tiny numbers? 33 armor. Thanks, Blizzard. This is what really worries me about having resubscribed. How flaky the game seems. You know, I'm literally turning into this character for the first time in, you know, 15 years, or however long, and it disconnected me. So yeah, we were looking at numbers of armor, so I clearly don't understand armor anymore. So I mean, 33, 28, 5, 38, 17, 24, 21, 34, 26. Yeah, I mean, they're tiny amounts. Tiny amounts. Which weapons got the most DPS? See, even these numbers look wrong to me. They look like beginner's weapons to me. They look like level, you know, 14, 15 weapons. That they're so small. So small a number. So I can compare it with Mara Strong, where I get more strength, and this gives critical strike. So I'll go with the more strength for now. Put that on my back. Seal of Tyranny versus the Talisman of Aratha. Absorbs physical damage. So this is PvP trinket geary stuff. Let me put that one on. Counter-attack lodestone. And then this was the Mark of Tyranny I'd wear for tanking as well. So it pushes my health to 4,700. That's PvP gear. So the Carapace Spine crossbow is useless now. I can't use it. The Ancient Bone bow is likewise useless. So they obviously the bone bow I remember fondly. Stone form shoulders. So they're 6 less armor, 7 less strength, 13 more stamina, plus 11 dodge, minus 15 haste. So what? They're all about tanking. Now I'm just wondering why on earth it does this thing in grey with the numbers. Intellect plus 8, intellect plus 3. I don't know why it does that. So yeah, that's there. I remember those shoulders now. Putting them on. Scholarmance drop item they are. Titles. I have one title, Knight Captain. And let's put anything else on that's more recognisable. In the bank, Helm of Valor. Helm of Valor compared to the one that's on. It's slightly worse, but looks remarkably better, so I'll put that on. Knight Captain's leggings, they look better, so I'll put them on. Plus 7 stamina. I'll leave that one there. Horn of the Harvest.
Safe travels.
Let's listen. Oh, I thought it was go. Harvest bread times 4. There it is. Highlander's bandage. I'm running around in Chestnut Mare. That's my original mount. That's Nelly. Blue sapphire. Glimmering mithril insignia. Increase all armor. Glyphs of calling. Dark iron. Essence of earth. Heart of scale. Insignia of expertise. Honourable member of the mithril order. I am indeed. Blacksmith hammer. A 14 slot bag. Crumpled up note.
Watch your back.
What's on your mind?
So what's in the crumpled up note? Let's read that says. The Hammer of Zul'Farrak with 0 durability for some reason. Ogre Tannin. Tattered Dark Moon prize tickets. Knight's colours rather than my guild ones. Private's tabards. Leg plates of valor.
See you soon.
Oh, I keep shutting that. I don't mean to.
Talk to me.
Leg plates of valor. Omok's head. I'm not sure why I ever left Blackrock Depths and didn't put that up somewhere, but clearly I didn't. Sergeant's cape. Cape have I got on? Pale moon cape. Unadorned seal of ascension. That's from Blackrock Depths as well. Corruptor stone, solid stone, Ichor of undeath. Bar of peasant caller calls for 3 servants of the house of barrels that will fight, cook, and clean for you. Argent dawn tokens. Mark of the chosen. 2% chance when struck in combat of increasing all stats by 25 for 1 minute. Brilliant chromatic scale. I don't know why I'd left. Why would I ever leave Omok's House? Boots of Valor. Boots of Valor. There's a story. So, Arx was the guild, and we didn't do much progression because we were kind of a haphazard group. For a long time, myself and Chaplain and the healer Nightwish, we were the only 60s in the guild. I think I dinged first of the 2 of us, Chaplain and I. I can't remember if Nightwish played more, but I think his priest was a secondary character anyway. And so the 3 of us would form the core of a group. But Chaplain was a warrior too, so we had myself tanking, but under-geared, and he never... Oh, someone loves me. I don't know who. Thank you, wherever you are. So I never had gear, he never had gear, so we decided to try and gear me up first, but no one else bought into this whole practice of like, gear the tank and the healers up. Luckily the healer was fantastic, did her own thing, and got it all geared up herself, really. You know, we were a sort of fun thing that they did later on. Yeah, I just remember it never took off. People didn't want to do it, so we kind of got part of Strathholm on farm, and we got Scholomance on farm. Scholomance was by far my favourite place to go with the guild because it was quick enough that everyone could do it, but not too dumb a place. There's nothing. I know that there's all sorts of things in the guild bank that I clearly can't see, but that is in 17 minutes. Xelous. That is my first level 60, who is quite clearly now in love. The mounts. This was his mount. I want to use the mount that's in the bank.
You got my attention.
Wherever it went. Oh, it's here. Sorry. How do I? Requires apprentice riding. I'm pretty sure I had.
I can't use that.
Can't use the item, so I can't
use that.
I just can't use that character. Let's learn how to fly. Where's the Hearthstone set to? Stormwind, that'll do. Guess what? I think Blizzard have disconnected me again. I'm beginning to wonder why I paid money. Chat's still working. This character was there in the doorway. Oh, I never even got outside. So let's try the thing with the bag. Apprentice riding.
I can't use that.
No. So, what did I say? I said Hearthstone. That one. Blood Night Elf Demon Hunter. Don't even know what a Demon Hunter is. There's only one kind of hunter in my opinion, and they should use mana. Yeah, that dates me, I'm sure. So let's get my mount. This is my swift brown steed, the fastest form of transport known to man at the time. Oh, bit of a ruckus going on. I don't know why the storming infantry are so hoity-toity. I'm not going to play Xelous, the character. This is just to give you guys a heads up of where I came from. This was Thunderhorn EU PvE, my first server. This was my first level 60. We were doing the farming of, that cloak looks so ridiculous. We're doing the farming of Scolo and Strathholm to try and get people into doing things, with the idea that we'd end up going Blackrock Depths, which we did do a couple of times. But people didn't have the time for it. There was a little bit of angst with a couple of the people, but some of them were brilliant. So we had Nick, who played Eve, a paladin. We had Sue, or Izu, who played a hunter. It was all social or fun time. I'm just watching the drawing here. This thing's coming to view. How strange they look. Oh, this is where I want to be. Eastvale logging camp. Learn to ride. Yeah. Yeah, I want... Hang on, there's a flight pump. You can fly here now? What silly people. So let's see what he says. Don't forget to buy your mount while you're here. Katie Hunter can be found here in camp.
Go with honor, friend. Greetings.
Now, I know for a fact I've paid for these, and since I obviously gave my gold away before I went and played a different server, there's nothing I can do about that. But I can still ride that one. Nice one, Blizz. That makes sense. Oh my god, there's a level 20 with the same helm on as me. Is that an heirloom thing? Respect. Polished Helm of Valor. Mine's an actual Helm of Valor. Oh, oh, donkey. Oh, donkey. I am now neutral with Arcs. What does that mean? Arcs is my own guild. I created it. The game is so confused by me. I tell you what though, Xelous, I'm going to leave you here, mate. You're going to live out your days in Eastvale Logging Camp. In fact, you can live in the mansion at Eastvale Logging Camp. It's where we'll put him. It's where we'll leave him. I don't know what all these quests are. There we go. Charging. Bouncing along. Like never before. I'll get on the bed. Can't get on the bed. Come on. There we go. We're on the bed. We'll look the right way. We'll sleep. With our feet floating off the end of the bed forever. Rest in peace. Rest. there you go. I wanted to give you a few minutes with Xelous, my first ever level 60. He was actually my first ever character in World of Warcraft. I don't think I'll ever repeat that feeling of coming out of Northshire and going, how big is this game? And then my friend started to play and he rolled a dwarf and went, I'm not near any trees. I'm in the snow. And I went, snow? I'm in a green forest. The scale, the size, the scope, it earned the moniker World of Warcraft. I can only agree. I'd like to just say shout out to, of course, the reference material I used at the beginning, which is Picture Plane on YouTube and Relax Cafe, and then Explain, EXPL4INN, on the Steam community for their awesome little icon stuff for the images I've used, and of course, above all of them, Blizzard Entertainment for the content of the game, the intro video from the classic client, from the vanilla client even if you like, and we'll go from there, guys. So thank you very much for listening and thank you very much for being here. Do like and subscribe. I'll include the copyright information and the items I've used, fair use things that I've used here. So the little drums, music, the icons, the pictures. Speak to you all soon.